Okay, again, Simon 78, the pattern for division. Daddy, mommy, sister, brother. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is divide. Does 5 go into 3? Is 3 even as much as 5? No, so it's not going to go in. So if it does not go in, you put an O for no. That means that you cannot put anything there at all. Done. Then you pick up another number. Then I'm going to pick up the 3 and the 4. Does 3 go into 4?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, does 3 go into 34?
Yes.
Yes, and so how you can use your multiplication table, it's 5. 5 into 34. So I'm going to go down the 5 column until I see 34 or less. Up, that's too big. So it's going to be this. So it's going to go in how many times? 6 times. So you're going to put, right above that 34, you're going to put a 6. We just daddy divided. Okay. Then you're going to mommy multiply exactly where you are. You always stay where you are. Mommy multiply the 6 times what you're dividing by. Mommy and times the 5. 6 times 5 is what? 30. So it didn't go in perfectly, but we have a number very close. And draw a line, and then we're going to sister subtract. And then on all of these, we should do them mentally. So 34 minus 30 is what? Is 4. So we sister subtracted. Alfredo, focus 100%. Then we're going to bring down the brother, the next brother, which is up here. So we bring down that 6 to be right next to the sister. Okay. And then we, because there's more brothers, we go back to daddy and we divide. Now the only time that we divide up here is the very first time. All the rest of the time, we're now dividing into sister brother. So the rest of, so we're going to say, how many, please stop that, put it away, is how many 5s go into 46? So I'm going to look here, or I can say 5 times something is going to give me something close to 46. So 5, and I think you're right, it's 9. So 46, no, but we have 45. So you go to the highest number that you can, and that's going to go in 9. So that's daddy divide. It goes 9 times. You put your answer to that daddy divide right up there. And we're still out here. Our pen is still here. Then we mommy multiply that 9 times, always back to the 5, to the divisor. 9 times 5 is 45, and you put it right below the sister brother. And after mommy multiply, sister subtract. Go and make sure I don't get ahead of you. If I'm going too fast, just kind of wave your hands and say, slow down. Time out. All right. 46 minus 45 is 1. Okay, yes, ma'am. Where are you at? Go ahead and write it. Get it down. Okay, and then we just sister subtracted. So what do we have to do? Brother, bring down. So we bring down the next brother, which is and you might need to extend that and put it right next to our sister. And then everybody goes back to daddy, and we divide again. How many 5s in 17? How many do you think?
3.
And you're right, 3. 4 times 5 is 20. That would be too big. So the most is 3. So we just daddy divided. We right at this point, we mommy multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. Then we do what?
Subtract.
Sister subtract. This we should do in our head. It's going to be 2. And brother, bring down. Brother, bring down. And we bring down that 0, and it is a 20. By the way, this was the graph paper that I was talking about that I like. It's a little bit bigger than the one you had yesterday.
I think I like the rock paper.
All right, but for division, this is good. For the first day, it's good to show all your steps. Then we just did brother bring down. Now we go back to daddy and divide. How many 5s are in 20? 4. Good job. So I'm going to go ahead right above here, right above that, and put my 4. And I keep my pen here. Now I'm at mommy multiply. 4 times 5 is 20. Put it right below this 20. And then we sister subtract. Okay. And it is, you're right, it is 0. Even if it's a 0, you still follow the same process. You don't change a thing. So then I'm going to, you're right, brother bring down. And so sometimes I like to put a little arrow so I can see which brothers I've already used. So I'm bringing down the brother 8. And after we brother bring down, we go back to daddy and divide. So this should be easy. How many 5s in 8? 1. Fallon, what do you need? No, now is not the time. I take this really serious. As a 5th grader, you must know long division. And in fact, my 4th graders just passed a test on it, 95 and above. 95 and above. So they did really good. So again, you have to, and here's the difference. They can be their little goofball selves, but they focused every second on what we were doing. And that's what you have to do. Focus every second. All right, so on this one, daddy divide, how many 5s go into 8?
1.
So put it right above that, put a 1. And we just daddy divided, so I'm going to mommy multiply with that 1. 1 times what?
5.
5 is,
5.
and put it right below after we brought brother down. And then sister subtract, 3. After sister subtract,
Brother bring down.
brother bring down. I'm gonna, okay. So we're going to bring down, let me turn on this light, we're going to bring down this next 3. Okay, put it away, please. Not while I'm teaching, thank you. All right, on this, then daddy divide. How many 5s in 33? I think it's going to be 6, because 6 times 7 would be 35, would be too big, so it is going to be 6. So put a 6, and then we're at mommy multiply. 6 times 5 is 30. And then what do? Sister subtract. I'm going to have to make this a little bit lower. Okay. Sister subtract, which is 3. And then after sister subtract, you what? Brother bring down. And our next brother is a 2. So I'm going to keep track of that because it's really important. I'm going to put down a 2. And then, now we just brought down brother. We go back to daddy and divide. How many 5s in 32? 6 again. So go ahead and put a 6. And then you're right here. 6 times 5 is, mommy multiply, is 30. Sister subtract. We get a 2. Then brother bring down. And which brother is it? Brother 9. Okay. Well, now we daddy divide, but that's not a 30, so it's not going to be 6. What's right below 6? 5. 5 times 5. So it's probably going to be 25. Okay. So we're right here. Just hang on to that because now once we daddy divided, we're going to mommy multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. And by the way, I should have said a long time ago, but when we subtract the number, sister subtract, the number that we should get should always be less than what we're dividing by. Because if that came out to be a 5, that means it could have gone in another place. So again, it has to be less than what you're dividing by. So we sister subtracted, then we what? Brother bring down. right, then, after we brother bring down, daddy divide. So we're going to say how many 5s in 48? Well, 5 times 10 is 50, so it's not going to be 50. Probably 5 times 9. Yeah. So again, after a while, you won't have to use your multiplication 8. So right above that 8, right above this, I'm going to put that it was 9. And we stay right there. We just daddy divided. Then you're going to mommy multiply. Are you getting this down? Your pencil should be in your hand.
45.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm waiting. How far? Did you get all of this already? Okay. So 9 times 5 is what? Is 45. So we mommy multiplied.
3.
Sister subtract.
3. Brother bring down. 1.
Okay.
31.
Okay.
And now 31.
Okay, it's disruptive what you're saying. All the little comments. All right, thank you. 31, bring the 1 down.
And then 30.
And then we go back to daddy. Melanie, focus. We daddy divide by the 5.
6.
So it's going to be 6 again. So I'm going to go back straight up from that 1 and over here put a 6. We just daddy divided. Mommy multiplied. 6 times 5 is?
30.
You're kind of going in a circle. Daddy divided, put my answer. Mommy multiply, I'm going in a big circle. Put that answer right here, 30. And then we sister subtract. We get 1. And then is there any more brothers? Yeah, and this bring down 5. And this is why I put those little tiny arrows, because it really helps to see that we have 1 more, because I can't have a blank spot above any number. Everything, even if it's a 0, has to have a number over it. So I can tell I'm not done. So we bring down that brother, our last brother. Okay. Go back to daddy and divide. And you are right, it is how many? 3. So go ahead and put a 3. And then 3 times 5 is 15. 15. Sister subtract. 0. Do we have any more brothers to bring down?
No.
Once you have no more brothers to bring down, you are done. Now, what this is, by the way, I'll just tell you this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell you the exact. Okay, this is thousands, millions. Okay, if we won the lotto for $346,708,329,815, and we split it among 5 people, everybody would get $69,341,665,963. That's not bad.
Oh, we got moolah.
Yeah, we got moolah. That's why a lot of people go together on these lottos. Like, hey, you don't want to be selfish. Yes, I'll go in with you on this lotto, because if we win, we're going to get a lot of money. All right, so flip it over. Okay, hold on a second, please. Fallon, yes.
Are you going to teach us about remainders and stuff?
Tomorrow.
All
right. Okay, shh. Girls and boys, let's quiet. 0 level, so we can go on. So we're going to go on and do a couple problems here. Let me see which one starts with the 4. Yeah, okay. So let me start with, no, hold on a second, 4. I want to go, okay, I want to do 2 and 4. So let's go ahead and look at number 2. Okay. Does 7 go into 2?
No.
So put a O for no. And you don't mommy multiply, because we haven't got a real number yet other than 0. So 0 is a real number, but another is in division. I want to wait to multiply until I get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I don't want to put 0 times 7. It's just 0. So then we pick up another friend here and try to divide 7 into 29. How many 7s are in 29? Ihuna?
4.
4. Because 3 is 21, but always try one more. 4 times that is 28. You want to get as close as possible without going over it. So it's going to be 4. Okay. And then we just daddy divided. Mommy multiply, which is 28. Okay. Slow down. Does everybody have that?
Yes.
Okay. So sister subtract, we get a 1. And brother bring down 8. And then, now we go back to daddy. And again, if you want to write this again, daddy, mommy, sister, brother.
Why'd you put 4? That's not a 4. It's just like an arrow.
That's just an arrow.
Okay. It's just.
All right, and I should actually normally, I do it like that.
Yeah,
So daddy, it's a division. How many 18s, how many 7s in 18?
4? No. 2.
2. 2 times 7 is 14. That's as close as we're going to get. So everything, again, everything better be perfectly over these numbers. That 2 should not be in between the 9 and the 2. This is where you have problems in math, if you don't keep it aligned. So we're at mommy multiply. 2 times 7 is 14. Sister subtract. 4. Brother bring down.
42.
And then we go back to daddy and divide. How many 7s in 42? 5 times 7 is 35.
6.
But by the way, okay, hold on a second. Let me still, I don't want to mess up my paper, but I'm going to, if I had said 5, okay, but hold on a second. I want to show you what would happen if I had said 5. If we thought 5 times 7 is 35, we would have got a remainder of 7. But what's wrong with that? That means
It's the same as the.
it's the same as the divisor, and you can't have that. That means that there was another 7 in that. So 5 is not correct. We could have gone to 6. So 6, and mommy multiply. 6 times 7 is 42. And sister subtract. There's no remainder. There's no brother to bring down. That is your answer. And you can cross it off at the bottom.
So wait, what is it?
426.
Wait, how? Oh.
Okay.
Oh, the answer's on the book.
Okay.
Oh, and I forgot today's short time.
Oh, darn. Thank you for telling me that. Okay, hold on a second. So today we get out at,
I think today's at like 10.
so I don't have time to collect any homework, nothing. We have math 5A, we get out at 10:05. So we only have 7 minutes. So let's go ahead and do and I'll tell you what you have for homework. Let's go ahead and do the number 4. Okay, shh, quiet. Does 4 go into 2?
No.
O for no. Okay. Girls and boys, let's go through this. Please don't make comments right now. Then we pick up these two numbers. Does 6 go into 24?
Yes.
How many times?
4.
2 that's only 12. We can get closer. 4. 4 times 6 is 24. So daddy divided. Okay. Okay. We just mommy multiplied. 4 times 6 is 24. Sister subtract. And then we have to do what? Brother bring down. And now, listen carefully. You must divide. It says after brother bring down, we must go back and divide. But the problem is, does 6 go into 1? No. So you have to put an O for no. Okay. So, listen here. We have to put because you have to divide and you have to put a number. So then we're going to mommy multiply. I'll show you a little shortcut tomorrow. 0 times 6 is 0. Sister subtract. We get a 1. Brother bring down.
18.
And then we go back to daddy and divide.
3.
And it goes 3.
3.
3 times, and then mommy multiply. 6 times 3 is 18. Sister subtract. You don't change one thing. It is 0. Is there any brother to bring down?
No.
So 403. If we won a lotto for 2,418, and split it among 6 people, that's still not bad. $403 each. That's okay.
But I like the first one.
I like the first one better. Okay. Girls and boys. Let's go ahead and look at the number 3. No, I don't want to look at the 3. I want to look at the number 1. Okay, girls and boys. All right, so this time I need you to focus. This is where we lose it. When you're like wandering around, and think about your own math skills. Are they up where they should be? If not, it might be because I'm looking at that bird or I'm looking at something else. You need to focus. So this time, does 3 go into 6? Into 8. Does 3 go into 8? Yes. 2. There's 2 3s. 3 and 3 is 6. So it's going to be a 2. So sometimes, like the other times, it didn't go in. But now it does on that first number. So now Daddy divided, Mommy multiplied. 2 times 3 is 6. Sisters subtract. What do we get? 8 minus 6 is 2. Brother bring down.
22.
Bring down a 2. So we have 22. Now once we bring down, think of that D. You go back to Daddy and divide. Okay. How many? 3 times what will give me a number close? 7. So 7 times 3 is 21. Sisters subtract. 1. Brother bring down. I'm going to put that little. So it goes all the way here. So brother brought down. Now Daddy divide. How many 3s go into 11? 3. 2 times 3 would be 6. 3 times 3 is 9. We're closer. 4 times 3 is 12. Too big. It has to be 3. And then, we're not there yet. So 3, Mommy multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. It has to be lined up to the right. So that 9 goes right under here. Then 11, sisters subtract. 2. Bring down the 7, right next to the sister. Brother bring down. That D stands for Daddy and divide. So how many 3s in 27? 9. 9 times 3 is exactly 27. So it's going to go a 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Sisters subtract. All right. I'm going to have you try to do, listen, okay, also, get all your homework in tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day that we have together until January. So don't do it now. Don't worry about it now. Give it to me all. But if you're going to be absent, if it's all together and stapled, you can, because we've only got, to get that all together, we've only got less than a minute. So don't even worry about it. I forgot it's our early day. So I want you to try to do number 3. Try to do, can you do all of them? There's only, okay, listen carefully. There's only 5. You go back to your homeroom for about 20 minutes in the afternoon. So you can do it. For an hour? Okay. You will have time. So plan on doing all of them, attempt them, and I need to shut this off. Yeah. Okay. You'll have time during the day. Go ahead and try to do it. And if not, it's called